Political tensions are rising in London as Prime Minister Boris Johnson faces a challenge from his own party. In just a few hours, Conservative lawmakers will take a so-called no-confidence vote that could force him out of office. Many of them say Johnson is not the right person to lead the government after a series of scandals that have hurt the party's poll numbers. Ramy Inocencio is in London now and joins us now to talk more about today's vote. So, Ramy, take us through, just remind our viewers what triggered this vote of confidence today, and walk us through the process of what will happen in a couple of hours.
Sure thing, and good morning there, but not a good day here for UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Basically, what triggered this is that enough of his own Conservative Party members said, listen, we don't believe that we have confidence in our own Prime Minister anymore, and so they submitted letters to the government saying as much, and they hit a threshold of 54 letters, 54 members who sent these letters in, and we are now hearing that at least several dozen of his own MPs, his own members of parliament, have expressed this feeling of no confidence. Now, looking ahead, in about 4 hours' time, voting will start. That's 6 p.m. here. That's going to go for 2 hours, and at 9 p.m. local time, we're going to hear the final result of that. Now, what needs to happen, though, is a fairly high bar. There are 359 Conservative MPs in the party. What needs to happen is that half of those plus one also need to say that they have no confidence. That is, if all of them vote together. Now, looking at that 180 number, again, people are saying this is a very high vote, and that some people are unsure whether it's going to happen or not.
So how do we get to this point that so many Conservative members of Parliament, are questioning their confidence in Boris Johnson? Is it just about Partygate, or was it before, or things that have happened since?
It was very much about Partygate from 2020 to 2021, when his government said, listen, there have to be COVID lockdowns for the health and safety of the population. And then these leaked photos came out, basically showing the Prime Minister, as well as members of his own government, having their own social gatherings, much to the chagrin and to what people say is hypocrisy to their own government. A lot of people also point out that this was illegal, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson himself went through an investigation, and he himself was fined. That has been building over the past few years. Not only that, there are other issues. One of them, chief among them, is inflation. I think we're used to that word in the United States and around the world right now, because governments are getting slammed in terms of how their leaders are trying to push back and try to nip that in the bud. That is also happening here. People are feeling it in the purse. There's also the issue about Brexit. His spokespeople here, Boris Johnson's spokespeople and his allies, say that Brexit is done. A lot of his critics here say actually that Brexit is not done, and there's still a very big discussion on that. So all of these have come together, this frustration, this anger, and it actually all came to a head just this past weekend during the Queen's 70th Platinum Jubilee, when Prime Minister Boris Johnson was walking up the steps of St. Paul's Cathedral. He actually was booed and jeered so much by people around. And that, many say, was the trigger point, the linchpin that said, hey, these are the people out there in the streets. Maybe this is the time to call this vote of no confidence.
So, Ramy, I know this has happened in the past. We saw it with former Prime Minister Theresa May. We even saw it with the Iron Lady herself, Margaret Thatcher. How likely is it that Boris Johnson survives this?
But also, part two, if he does, is there still political fallout?
Right, because in those instances, Theresa May resigned a couple of months after.
Exactly.
And so it may not be evident today,
right. But the blow is mighty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. With Prime Minister Theresa May, she survived her vote of no confidence. Then 5-6 months later, she actually resigned, in large part because of her inability to carry Brexit. Looking back to the Iron Lady, Margaret Thatcher, back in 1990, she survived her vote of no confidence, but then she resigned after just 8 days there. It will depend on the margin of victory with Boris Johnson if he does pass through this. If it's just by a few, a lot of his critics will say, hey, he is damaged goods and he can't continue. With that said, his allies have pointed out, hey, a win is a win. If he wins by just one vote, then the Prime Minister will be able to carry on. But again, looking ahead, whatever happens today, we might have to look in the next week, the next several months ahead to see whether Boris Johnson can survive this vote. But one of his own MPs who actually just resigned today, the anti-corruption czar, has said that he thinks that this is the beginning of the end for Boris Johnson.
Yeah, as you pointed out, Margaret Thatcher did survive her no confidence vote,
Yeah.
but it was by such a small margin that she was unable to survive the political fallout, as you and Ramy were just pointing out.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
yeah. All right.
Well, we'll be watching, Ramy. Thank you very much.
You bet.